the backyard pond. I've been gone a couple days, doing a little bit of camping, a little bit of hiking, and didn't have cell phone signal, which was amazing. 3 days, no cell phone signal. I know I'm supposed to be live every day in the backyard pond, but into random fishing and camping trip, and I had a pretty good time. New video coming out soon, but it feels good to be back. Let's get baited up, see what's biting. It's been a couple days since I fished the pond, and I missed it. So let's throw out, see what we can get. A little chunk of worm on there. Beautiful day. I think we hit a high of like 70, which is uncommon. Seeing lots of signs of fish turning over. Been a while since I've fished the backyard pond, so let's see what we can get. Hey, thanks for joining us. Hope you're having a great one. Just doing a little backyard pond fishing. Seeing what we can bite. I kind of wish I would have inspected my feet before doing this type of video. Because right now my toenails look like I could swoop down from above and use them to catch fish out of the pond, eagle style. So we'll just go ahead and keep it up here instead of particularly on my feet. I'm expecting some, I don't know what I'm expecting. It's been a couple days. We're getting late summer. I'm expecting the bite to slow down a little bit. Just kidding, there's a bite right there. Ugh. Hook set to a fish that wasn't there. The way he's playing with it makes me think it's a perch. Which is good. Hopefully we can do a multi-species. I'd like to get a perch. I'd like to get a bass. Maybe a bluegill. That's kind of what I'm looking for today. But it helps if you have bait. I don't know how much fishing you guys do, but it's pretty good advice to use bait. I mean, unless you're like a true angler and you can just get them with a hook. In which case I recommend a stream or a lake, a treble hook and a weight. That's how you get. Don't do that, it's illegal. Alright, I'll bait it up. Let's see what we can catch. Throwing out just past the breaker line. It drops from about 6 feet to 12. Right, it's pretty deep in the middle there. I'm just going to kind of fish that line with a sideways bobber. I've been complaining about this bobber for the last 3 weeks. Oh, bullfrogs. Big old bullfrog right there. I want it. I want that bullfrog. I need my big net. I'm gonna grab my big net and then I'm gonna try to scoop up this giant ass bullfrog. Keep an eye on my bobber though. I'll be right back. Sorry about this. Wasn't really planning on frog digging, but I anything. It's just gonna be hopefully. We'll see how it goes. The neighbor I share the yard with is gonna be like, "What in the fuck are you doing?" But she's a sweet lady. I don't think she puts in against pretty good. Hey, you didn't tell me how to bite on that bobber. Alright, so there's a bullfrog. Like a big ass bullfrog right here. Got like a, I don't know, 10-foot net that I use for salmon fishing on the jetty. But my goal for the moment is to catch me that big ass bullfrog. Oh, better than that. Oh yeah, we got him, boys. Haha. Come here. Come here, beautiful. Hey, hey. Chill, bro. I'll put you back. Chill. Chill. I got you. Fuck yeah. Who wants some frog legs? Look at that thing. He is a beast. Look at those ham hocks on that dude. Little twerking frog on YouTube. Let's get him. Hi, buddy. Big ass bullfrog. I heard they taste like chicken though. What do you think? What do you think we should name him? Kermit? Hector? Look at those little legs on that guy though. He is caked up. Alright, we're not here for bullfrogs. I'm gonna let this guy go. Hey, we're getting a bite. We're missing a bite. Oh, we got a fish, boys. We got fish, we got bullfrogs. What do we got going on today? Let's fucking get it. Yellow perch. Nice pan-sized yellow perch. He hit that hook pretty hard, so I'm gonna do some surgery and hopefully we can get him back unscathed. Little yellow perch. Nice looking fish. Pretty small. We'll get him back. Go ahead and grow up, buddy. Tell your brother I'm here. All right, one giant bullfrog, one perch, one loud ass neighbor dog. Let's get it. Get her, Bailey. Hi, Luna. That was a little perch. That don't count. I want a big one or a bluegill. Let's make it happen. There's a three-legged German Shepherd just across the lake. Goes by the name of Nova. She's a pretty cool dog. She just hates other dogs, so she's a little vocal. Let's keep working that. Got one perch, one bullfrog. We're on a roll, man. I'm sorry to bring up the chat here. Just kidding. Nobody's up in chat, but we got the lurker. Thanks for hanging out, man. I was running barbless hook when I'm doing catch and release, but I threw that little perch back. I thought he was going to make it, but he is going to be oh, big bite. Missed it because I'm looking at this flopping perch. He was small enough I should have used him as live bait, but I don't really have the right hook set up to do that. I'd have to go grab the other rod. If you're here just for weird foot fetishes, I'm gonna need you to go to my OnlyFans, where no, I'm just kidding, I don't have an OnlyFans. If you're new here, live fishing, I try to do it every day, but some days I get sidetracked. Got one perch, one big ass bullfrog. Welcome to the backyard pond. We're kind of looking for a perch and a bluegill. Hoping to round it out with a perch, a bluegill, and a either a spot. I'd love a largie, but it seems like the spots have kind of overtaken the backyard pond. But a pissed off 2-pound spot will fight better than a 3-pound largemouth. You better bet it. Already got one perch, looking for a bluegill. Maybe a catfish. I think it's not dark enough for the catfish to really be up and active. But we're trying. I gotta yell at the dog, so you might want to turn down your volume. Hey! Come here! Bailey, come! You're a good girl. You came. Bailey, that's enough. Whole neighborhood heard that. It's the joys of living on a lake. It just echoes like crazy. So if you need to like borrow mustard or something, it's pretty easy to do. Bailey, come. Now I gotta go beat up a chihuahua. Hey! They're yelling at people. Bailey, come. No. Come on. Yeah, you're a good girl. Come here. Come on. Get her, Bailey, you wimp. Yeah, she's distressed. Come on, go down. Now. Yeah, she listens about as well as mine. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, come on. Let's go. You too. Hey, did you guys keep an eye on my bobber? That was awesome. Told me I missed a bite. I end up in the lily pads. Where were you on that one? you know, I got like 2 bushes in the whole yard. And you think, what are the chances that your line would wrap around them? But it does, every time. Get a Chihuahua, they're adorable. They are. But sometimes they're yappy. Mine's pretty chill for the most part. I already got 1 bullfrog. Still got my net, so if I see another one, I'll go ahead and net him. Got 1 perch. Looking for a bigger perch or a bluegill. Wouldn't mind a bass, but not really throwing my bass gear at the moment. So I've discovered the world of TikTok, and I know I've been talking, if you watch it on a regular, so there is like an abundance of scammers. Like I ended up going mini viral, I guess, on a fishing video I posted to TikTok, and it got like 10,000 views in the first like 12 hours, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool. And I went from having like 0 followers to 1,000 followers overnight. And I don't really give a shit because it's TikTok, right? Like the platform's weird. But like all of these, like, they're just romance scammers, man. That's what TikTok is about, is like these fucking romance scammers and people trying to create custom logos and stickers. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this custom sticker or logo. Why do I care what I look like as a cartoon? I'm gonna pay you to make me look like a cartoon? Like I don't know how to use ChatGPT? And there's just like, it's a weird place, man. TikTok is just not for me. So anyways, there's this romance scammer, and I'll troll them. I get hit up with this lady, and her name is she's like, call me Sugar Mama Diana. And I'm like, okay. She's like, I'll pay you $3,000 a week to, she's like, I'm a sugar mama, I'll pay you $3,000 a week. And I was like, all right, let's fucking do it. Sign me up, $3,000 a week? Sure, I'll go ahead and retire. And I just said, like, no butt stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing, like, whatever. I'll eat that macaroni out of the shoe, but, like, the butt stuff is just off the table. And she's like, do you have Cash App? And I'm like, yeah, everybody has Cash App. And she's like, I need you to enable the Bitcoin setting. And I'm like, well, why? And she's like, I'm a Bitcoin trader. And I'm like, oh, sure. All right. And we're talking for like couple days, right? And I'm just hitting her up with the most random fucking comments you can. And I'm like, oh, so how long have you been a sugar mama? This and that. And when can I get this $3,000 a week you're supposed to be paying me? And she's like, you have to, that's a fish. Doesn't feel very big, but that's a fish. He's fighting like he's big. Oh, he's a big boy. I'll take him. Probably 10 ounce perch. That's a pretty good fish. All kinds of bellied up. Come on. Hey. Damn it. Yellow perch, good size. He's got quite the tummy on him. Yellow perch for the second fish. Second fish and a big old bullfrog. So 2 up. It's pretty good size, close to a pound, maybe 9, 10 ounces or so. So yeah, this TikTok sugar mama is just like, she's like, you gotta enable this Bitcoin, right? And I'm like, why do you need fucking Bitcoin? If you're like this big trader, trade that shit into cash. You got my Cash App tag. Just fucking pay me, right? And she's like, I can only pay you in Bitcoin. And I'm like, you're not a sugar mama. You're just... And it's like, All right, a personal mission of mine in life is to get romance scammers to admit that they're romance scammers. Like, that just fucking, it's like what I do other than fishing is troll these romance scammers. And you can tell them, you're like, hey, this just doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't care if you trade in Bitcoin. You need to pay me in cash. Here you are on TikTok pretending to be a sugar mama. You have like 200 followers. And she's like, you can talk to my friend. So I'm like, what do you mean I can talk to your friend? He's like, I take care of this guy. And I'm like, it's a crock of shit. Like, that's your brother Steven. You know what I'm saying? But this girl at least spoke English. Like, her English was on point. Normally, you talk to them, and they're just using all these weird, their English is just not quite right or broken. And you're just like, oh, that's a dead giveaway. Or another dead giveaway is if you're 20 years old with fake boobs, messaging my old ass talking about, wow, hi, handsome, I really like you. I'm like, really like me? I really like your fake boobs off of some picture that you stole from some other lady. It's just, yeah, TikTok is a weird platform. That guy feels a little bigger. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, he jumped for me. Oh, lost him at the bank. It doesn't count. But we almost multi-specied it. We're looking for a bluegill. Had one popped off at the bank. Just doing a little bit of fishing. Playing a little bit about TikTok. It's a weird platform. Like a very weird platform. And it's a fine mix of like romance scammers and people selling crap. Just a lot of people are selling crap. Like, I had this one guy and he inboxed me. He's like, if you like 10 of my posts, I'll like 10 of your posts. And here's the thing, if I like 10 of your posts, like that what the fuck does that do? He's like, oh, let's grow together. And I'm like, bro, if you like my content, just leave a fucking like. If you don't like the content, whatever. And I'll do the same. If you have a cool channel, I'll fucking check it out. I'll watch your shit. But don't ask me to watch your shit. I'll watch it if I like it. You know what I'm saying? So this whole TikTok culture of like, follow me and I'll follow you back. I'm like, you run a fucking page about freaking goldfish aquariums. Like, I'm not gonna follow that. Or maybe I will, it depends. But like, yeah, this whole weird culture of TikTok is just strange to me. And I realize I sound like an old man. But there is like a ton of old men on there too. And I've been on there about a month now. And it's easy to get views over there. Like, if I was doing this on TikTok, there'd be like 20, 30 people up in here. But the quality of people aren't, like, they're just, it's weird. I'd rather have 3 quality people who actually fish than a bunch of fucking fake fishermen on TikTok. Missed a bite there. Hoping it's a bluegill. Already got a couple perch. Already caught a big old bullfrog. Not a bad day in the backyard pond. Hope you guys are having a... Whoa! What did I miss? What did I miss? Here I'm looking at myself in the camera missing fish bites. Ooh, he chased me all the way up though. Aggressive. Being cheap. I need to put more worm on, but yeah, might as well. Hope everybody's having the best fucking Tuesday ever. Backyard pond, couple fish, 3 down, 1 bullfrog. Looking for that bluegill. I'd like to get me a bluegill, kind of round out the species. Just lost one at the bank. Let's hook it up. Bullfrogs are starting to come out. You can hear them creaking across the pond. Heading down to the North Jetty. Salmon season this time of year. If you don't know, I live out on the Washington State coast. And it's salmon season. So as much fun as it is catching bluegill in the backyard, I think I'm gonna head down to the jetty. And so I'm sure y'all know, because y'all fish, obviously, if you're watching this. Either that or you're into feet. Either way, we can be friends. But the North Jetty, where I live, is just a large pile of boulders that extends from the mouth of the Columbia River into the Pacific Ocean. And the salmon run through there, and you can catch them and eat them. So it's a good time. So I'll check my phone signal, and if the phone signal's good, I'll go live from the jetty tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. But that's a pretty slow pace thing. Like if you're looking for like action-packed fishing, the North Jetty isn't the way to do it. There's two. I mean, there's a couple different ways you can fish. You can do like a bobber setup with a herring on the bottom. That's a fish there in some deep water, hoping for a bluegill. Looks like a perch. Maybe a bass. What do we got? We got a baby bass? No. That was probably a spot, but we lost him right there at the bank because we run in barbless hooks at the moment. You're like, who uses a barbless hook? Well, we catch and release at the moment. We got a freezer full of fish already. We just out killing time after work, trying to avoid not falling asleep in the recliner. Damn, that would have been, he was out in that deeper water there. Back to this TikTok thing. Are like these dudes, like who falls for these? Like, I get that I'm old now. So like, but who's falling for these? Like, does anybody really believe that there's some fucking 32-year-old woman from New Jersey who's a Bitcoin investor that wants to spend $3,000 a week to be a sugar mama? I don't think that's a real fucking thing. I don't think, like, so who falls for these scams? And I thought like Facebook was bad, right? Because, you know, there's tons of romance scammers on there. But TikTok is just like a whole new level. And I realize I sound like an old man complaining about TikTok. But it's a weird platform, you know? Ooh. Something was angry there. Pretty big bite. But without that barbed hook, it's hard to hook up. Yeah. The amount of romance scammers. And like, I just want to know, like, who's dumb enough to really fall for it? Like, who believes? And it's the most outlandish things. And like, my personality will get the better of me. Sometimes I don't have a really good filter. So like, this one lady's like, hey, what would you do if I cash apped you like some obscene amount, like $15K? And I was like, man, I would get some hookers and a bunch of coke. Have you ever done coke before? Like, I'm not really into grandmas because they got a picture of some, like, somebody's grandma. Somebody's grandma's up there on TikTok. And it's just, it's wild to me. So, like, yeah, if you send me 15K, we can hang out. Do you like to party? And I just troll them. And they're like, you know I'm a woman, right? And I'm like, God, I hope so. I have, like, this weird grandma fetish. Like, you should come hang out and we can spend your money and do all this blow. And I've never done blow in my life. I'm pretty sure I'd like it. I just, it's never come up. So, yeah, I just troll the shit out of these romance scammers. TikTok, Facebook. I actually got banned from Facebook for like 8 months because I told a romance scammer. Well, there's a video about it. I mean, if you guys want to go watch it, go watch it. But yeah, no, TikTok is crazy bad. And then the other half is like dudes, right? Dudes that like troll me. They're not trolling. They're just like trying to sell shit. They're like, oh, you know, you post a video and it gets, you know, a couple views or whatever the case may be. And it's just me fishing. I'm like, who cares about this? And I mean, I get it. I like watching other guys fish too. So like I see the appeal, but it seems like every fucking bait and tackle and lure shop, they're like, hey man, can you mention us on your channel? And I'm not talking YouTube because I'm not that big on YouTube, but like TikTok's starting to get a little bit of juice and I don't know the difference, but it's a weird platform. And here's all these people selling these fucking Temu lures. And I'm like, this isn't a fucking custom lure. That shit looks like it's made in China. I bet it says made in China on it. You want me to plug your fucking channel? No, man. Not about that. But I have like zero expectations over on TikTok. So like it doesn't matter if I post something. It's all just recycled content. Like YouTube's my main focus. But yeah, I branched out into this world of TikTok, and it's a strange fucking culture. How you gonna act like it's weird? Like, why? I would never ask a dude to, like, hey, if you like 10 of my posts, I'll like 10 of yours. Either you like my stuff or you don't, and that's the same. Like, either I like your stuff. I mean, and then what's the point? Like, all these like dudes older than me on TikTok trying to get likes and galaxies and weird. It's just weird to me. And I realize I'm old and probably out of touch with what's cool. But like, if you're a Gen Z and you're just like living on TikTok, and then the other half is like girls with their titties out. And who doesn't like girls with their titties out, right? But they're like, it's like a strip club, except for like you don't get to touch them. And you tip, instead of dollar bills into a G-string, it's galaxies and heart meats. It's a strange fucking place, man. What do we got fish count? We got 4 perch, lots of bass, lots of bluegill. Complaining a little bit about how weird fucking TikTok is. It's a good day to be outside. Thanks for checking out the live. Appreciate it. That is... Y'all ever notice... Hey, Pickles. Not Grandpa yet. We at the unk stage in life. But, cranky unk for sure. Ooh, they toying with me. We got... Pickles, man. You gotta watch the beginning of the video, bro. I caught a giant-ass bullfrog. I didn't eat it, and I used the net instead of a pitchfork. But he would have been delicious. I think I'm about, I don't know, I guess if I would have had a kid in my 20s, I could be a grandpa. If they had a kid in their 20s. I mean, there's some 40-year-old grandpas out there, I'm sure. I think about 10 years, maybe 15. Once I start growing like a gray old beard, I'll switch up the name of the channel. It'll be Outdoors with Gramps. But that doesn't have the right ring to it. Outdoors with Papa. What did you call your grandpa? I guess it all depends on where you're from, right? I just called him like Grandpa and then his first name. So Grandpa Harry, which was kind of awkward because his real name was Steve, but everybody called him Harry, which is ironic because he was bald as fuck. I don't know. Just part of growing up, I guess. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. If you're new and you feel like it because you're bored on a Tuesday, and you must be because you're watching me bobber fish in my backyard, let me know where you're from. Let me know what you fish for, man. I appreciate it. I try to go live every day around 7 p.m. Pacific Standard. Missed the last couple days because life happens. Been out camping and doing some other terribly boring shit as in 9 to 5 work. It's kind of the busy season for what I do, and I've been locked up. We had getting bites there. I'm too busy trying to read camera. Come there. That's really tragic there, Mr. Pickles. Unless they were assholes, right? Like, how do you know? Like, I mean, you gotta love them because they're your grandparents, but like, I had one grandmother who was just fucking mean. I called her Grandma Crappy. And she was one of those, like, you can't be heard or seen. You're allowed to come out for dinner, and like, she would just like not lock us in the basement, but tell us to go play in the basement. And there was like nothing good in the basement. I think I had some Hot Wheels and stuff, but like, it was kind of cool. The basement, the cement basement floor was cement, right? Because it was an unfinished basement with like big pier supports sticking out everywhere. And I used to rollerblade down there in the basement because it was all just concrete. And there was power, but like we didn't have a TV down there. It was just like a 1970s Marantz stereo with like big, huge, like, like 12-inch fucking Pioneer home theater speakers, but they're like 12 watts. So I mean, they look like they'd like crush. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Pickles. There's also some catfish and some trout, but what we're mainly doing is perch and bluegill at the moment. And if we ever come through on our promise to Pickles, we'll build a minnow trap. Yeah, we're all tangled up. We're not even fishing. Problem being is, thanks, I appreciate it. Thanks for checking out the live, man. Been feeding bought a bag of pellets. Wanting to get, might talk the wife into letting me get a feeder. But right now I'm just coming out every other day, throwing out, and just in this area, and it's kind of paying off. Like, there's a lot of fish usually hanging out right around in here. And I've been doing that for, I don't know, 6 days. A week? I don't know. A little bit, but I think it's paying off. Kind of just trying to twitch that worm around on that bobber, hoping to get a bass or a bluegill. I've hooked both, I just haven't gotten them on shore, so they don't count. So who was I talking about? Oh, Grandma Krabby. Yeah, I mean, she was that kind of grandma. She's like, oh, excuse the mess, but everything's like spotless. You know what I'm saying? And it turns out like I was her favorite grandchild. Like, she didn't have any money, not like real money. You know what I'm saying? But she left like 300 and something quilts to me. Because like that was her thing. She'd go to the state fair. Oh, yeah, the HOA. And I have another neighbor, because I wanted to get it stocked, right? I wanted to get it stocked with trout. But the problem is, it's open. It runs to another, it's open. It runs to other lakes up north, and then it runs to other ponds. And they said they won't stock it unless they seal up the entrance. Because they don't want it. They don't want them getting out. Which is a crock of shit, because I know for a fact it was stocked in the 90s to help control the mosquito population. That's why we don't have much. I mean, there's no bugs here. You know, Mr. Pickles, it's just a matter of knowing the right people. Like, I could, like, if I could just roll, you know, if we're talking bait fish, sure, like, I could go and just buy a shit ton of minnows or shiners and drop them in here, and whatever happens, happens. I don't think anybody's gonna... There is a snitch on the lake. We've talked about it before, but I'm not sure who he is. But if I come out here at 10 o'clock at night, 11, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, 4, whatever, right? I could definitely release a bunch of fish in here without knowing. So, I mean, I just need to find the correct plug, right? Like, I could buy meth probably 4 houses down that way, but I need that illegal trout hookup, right? Like, there's got to be a small town trout breeder. Just, you know, Jim's Trout or whatever. I've been catching largies. When I first moved here, there's a pretty good pond for largemouth, and I've been taking them and out of that pond and putting them in here. But the spots are just dominating the pond. This is for sure going to get a bite, but it's not going to get hooked. There is way too much worm on that little hook. See, there you go. Exciting though, right? Do I set the hook to it? Ooh. Oh. called it. What do we got? Come here, baby. Oh, that fishing. Got a free meal. He ain't too big. He's probably, I don't know, 7, 8 ounces or so. Do a little bit of surgery to get that hook. He's got a little belly on him. You can tell he's been into the kibble. Not kibble. That's what I call it, fish food. The wild fish food that I bought out of the old 20-pound bag of it. But, ta-da! Yellow perch. Little bit of a tummy. Probably about 8 ounces. Back you go, little fella. Not bad. I think that's fish number 5. 5 fish and a bullfrog. Let's get it. Yeah, they're getting, I mean, that one wasn't very long, maybe 5, 6 inches. Not even guy math, probably about 5, 6 inches. And he was probably 8, 9 ounces. He was a good, healthy fish. And I mean, he smashed that worm as soon as it hit the water. I must have hit him in the head with it. That's abundance of sparrows this year too, and they're really keeping the bug population down. That and the fact that it's like 60 degrees, 64 at the moment. It was like record-breaking heat everywhere else in the country. And so dirty I can't even pull up the comments. Yeah, we got pretty big perch. As you can tell, I still haven't changed the bobber, and it's floating perfectly sideways on the water, as it has been for the last seemingly 6 months, but keeps the bait off the bottom, so that's kind of what we're doing. Yeah, so my grandma used to make these quilts, right? Like, and she'd enter them in the fair. Well, you know what a fair is, the thing with the rides, county fair, whatever you want to call it. Carnival. And that was her thing. She'd enter 2 or 3 quilts a year in the fair. And a lot of times she'd win first, second, and third place. So they're great, right? And I'm like, oh yay, a quilt. So you keep 1 or 2 of them. You know, you hang one on your wall, you give one to your cousin or your cousin's brother, or whatever the case may be. But eventually I just drove downtown Portland and handed out these prize-winning quilts to the homeless population. Like, they were definitely staying warm with grandma's custom quilts. You know, I kept a couple. Speaking of grandmas, so I inherited this like silverware set, right? It's a 320-piece gold-plated silverware set. It's just gold plated though. It's not like solid gold or anything crazy. And it's never been used. Like, my grandmother bought it sometime in the late 60s when she was overseas. And I remember seeing it sit in the closet, and then it sat in my mom's closet forever. And now it's sitting in my closet, and I'm like, what in the fuck am I gonna do with this 320-piece gold silverware set? And everybody's like, oh, you should, so I cleaned it up, right? Polished it all up, made it all nice and shiny. And everybody's like, oh, you should use it. And I'm like, I don't even know what half this stuff is. Like, there's like 4 different types of spoons and knives. And yeah, you can look it up, and it might be kind of fun to figure out what some of it does. But I'm never going to use it. I already have silverware. Like, and they're like, oh, you could use it on special occasions. Like, for who? Right? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's like a plate setting for like 12 people, and I'm like, I don't have 12 people I'd want to invite to dinner, let alone a fancy dinner, right? It's all right. So long story short is I want to bury it. Absolutely, pickles. Absolutely. I ended up, because, yeah, grandma's hutch got handed down to my mom, all these fancy ass dishes, sold it on offer up for like $100. Come get it. So this gold plated silverware, I want to bury it. I want to bury it on the beach and have a fucking treasure hunt. Like, that's my plan. I'm gonna bury it. I'm gonna create a short, and then I'm gonna like just plug the shit out of this buried treasure on YouTube. And it'll be legit buried treasure. It's gold. It's fucking plated. And that's my plan. I think I'm just gonna fucking bury this gold treasure on the beach somewhere. Maybe write a really nice like riddle or poem. Yeah, man, what am I gonna do with it, right? Like, I want to bury it. Like, I got to figure out, because like the ocean's hard on shit, right? And right now it's just like in a little wooden case, and that wooden case is nice, but it wouldn't hold up to the weather. So I was thinking like an ammo box, just pick up an old ammo box. It's on my to-do list. I mean, because the hype is like finding a treasure, right? It doesn't really. It's like geocaching. You guys ever been to that geocaching thing where you get there and a lot of times it's just a note or whatever, and you're like. But I think people really fuck with like treasure hunting. I think the idea of treasure hunting is more exciting than actually doing it. What do we got? What do we got? A baby something. He don't feel big. But I think we're checking a new species off. Nope. I mean, this would be huge in Colorado. Chill, bro. He's bellied up. He is maybe 7 inches. But I mean, there's some weight on these guys. And I think that's 6 and under an hour plus a bullfrog. You're gonna have to go back and watch the bullfrog. But no, it's nice to see that fish food kind of working. I wasn't sure I was doing anything because I didn't think a wild fish, they're not trained. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking, half of it would just be rotting out in the bottom of the pond. But it looks like they're starting to eat it. You know, I come out first thing in the morning and just throw out a couple handfuls. And sometimes I'll see something come up and get it. Other times I don't. Fish number 6. We're into the perch. Let's get it. I guess like I could do treasure maps. Like if I do bury this like grandma's silverware set, I guess I could just go and like post up because there's like community post boards or whatever. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I need to order like an ammo can though. You think, I don't know. What would hold up to saltwater? What would you, if you were burying a treasure on the beach, what would you use to preserve the contents? There we go. There's a bite. There's a bite. Take it. Getting smarter. Crafty bastards. Big swirl. Just off to the right there. I'm gonna just keep throwing out right here. This is the area I've been, I wouldn't really call it chumming, but kinda. Yeah, fishy, fishy. Keeping an eye out for bullfrogs. I wouldn't mind netting a big bullfrog. That was kind of fun as well. Something a little bit different. That's the catch of the day there. Butterfly bass, butterfly bush bass. That was kind of fun to say. Let's get it. Get out of these weeds. Like a worm buffet on here. Just so y'all know, I skipped poker tonight to hang out with you. Being middle-aged in a small town, you're required, like it's just like a rite of passage to join animal clubs. Moose, eagle, elk, all these different animal clubs. Especially if you're in a small town because there ain't shit else to do. Other than backyard fishing, and this is, to be honest, where I'd rather be. But, it's just wrong. You go to these little clubs and they're like, are you gonna sign up for the blah blah blah? I'm like, maybe. Then after about like 15 drinks, all these old guys want to tell these like war stories. Oh man. Something to look forward to. I should be careful. I'm just kind of like jinxing myself. Cause like fishy. Toying with me, bro. So yeah, treasure hunting video coming soon. Facts. I'm gonna say last cast, but that's gonna definitely turn into last fish. Oh, ADD, can't leave that reel alone. And there it is. Oh, look at the camera. Missed the hook set. Alright, so for the second time, let's do this last cast. It's only been 2 times. You got a good chunk of that worm, though. How y'all put your worm on? A lot of worm? Little worm? Dangling it off the bottom? Just use a little bit. A little bit of worm, a little bit of hook. What do we have? 6 fish? 6 fish and a frog? Not a bad day. Gonna be number 7. Let's get it. Not at all where I wanted to put it, but that's what happens when you throw sideways like a girl, because you're too lazy to walk 5 feet the other direction. I don't know if girls throw sideways. That was a horribly sexist comment, and I retract my statement. We getting bit. We getting nibbled, but we're not getting bit. He's just toying with me. Taking the worm. That's why you don't use a lot of worm. A little bit of worm. The barbless hook makes it a little harder too. They're just fucking with me. He's right there. He wants it. He's biting it, and then he's spitting it. I'd be surprised if there's... Oh, I don't know if you guys can see the bobber. It's right... It's running around. Oh, they're just toying with me. All right, third last cast. Let's get it. There's fish around. I want one. I'm gonna get him. 7 fish isn't enough. I want a bluegill. We got enough perch. Let's go ahead and get a bluegill. Take it. They're just not biting it hard enough. They're just pecking that worm off of it. There he is. Come here. What do we got? It's just what we've been into today. You got my worm, but it only took 3 last casts. Beautiful. Beautiful perch. Look at that guy. Whoa. Hey. What do you think? Pete? No, we do Pete a lot. Let's do Man, learn to hold a fish. All right, we'll get him back. Last fish of the night. He's probably about 9 ounces or more. Bellied up, yellow perch for the win. All right, guys, I'll be back live tomorrow, 7 p.m. If you want to swing through, check us out. Till then, go outside. It's good for your soul. Catch you on the next one. Peace. 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 Not sure what to do with my hand. I can't push the end button. Peace.